All right, Historic. For those not familiar, this is the non-rotating format that we have available to us on Magic the Gathering Arena. Historic gets its name from the fact that in addition to newly printed sets being legal in this format whenever they are introduced, this set also gets what they refer to as historic anthologies every quarter, where cards directly from Magic's history get injected directly into the format. So our upcoming historic anthology is going to be this Thursday, the 21st, and then our next Orlando Open is going to be historic on Saturday, which those cards will be legal for. Today we're playing a Jeskai, or a blue, white, and red taking turns deck. So we've got not only Nexus of Fate here, which is a format staple, but we also have 4 copies of Karn's Temporal Sundering, which is kind of sweet here. And today, while we've played variations of this archetype in the past, today we are going to kick the tires on it with some Yorion, the Sky Nomad. So we're playing some 80 card taking turns here. Let's go ahead and pop on into a historic constructed event with this one and see how it goes. Negative Engineering. In fact, I don't actually own that URL. That's a sub that owns it and forwarded it. This deck has so many lines, I can basically only play it with Andrew with me. Sounds good. I'm excited. Combo, good old-fashioned combo control. Shame if either of these made blue mana, this hand would be such an easy keep, but unfortunately they don't, so it's not. Here's a question. Do I mulligan this because they're also playing Yorion? I feel like the answer is yes. These cards are pretty unlikely to have text against another Yorion deck. Could be mono red playing Yorion for the jukes. I saw that, the person that posted that they played that in the MCQ yesterday. Do we know who all did well in the MCQ yesterday, by the way? How did Crokies finish out? Did any other streamers or notable names end up doing well? I think I saw Tamaiko finish with 10 wins.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Bay of Wishes, yep. What you got? Wouldn't be surprised to see them get something that kills our fires here. Casualties of War, yep.
Protect you.
Saw someone on Twitter post a screenshot at 9-0, but they ran out of time to start their last game. Well, I guess they should play faster then.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
So I'm gonna shatter. And then I'm gonna Yorion Blink Fires. And then I'm gonna Temporal Sundering. And bounce their fires. What a wonderfully release-ready product. I don't know if this is actually that useful, though, because, like, they get to go 6th land, kill my Yorion, my Fires in a land next turn. We really needed to draw, like, Teferi into land there to have a good shot. If we can find a Planeswalker or a Source of Card Advantage here, like Drawn from Dreams or Teferi are some of our best possible draws. So this is one of the real drawbacks to having as many cards as our deck has here is we don't have a great sideboard plan in the games where these cards aren't very good. So I've got 2 other Conqueror's Deaths to bring in here, which are excellent. However, I don't have a way to trim these other Clarions, these Shatter the Skies. Yeah, I thought Croaky's missed too, but he was qualified. I thought he fell out on stream. I think this hand's fine. Hitting all of our land drops is pretty important here. Castle's good if we find a Fires. Shark Typhoon cycles early. Did he get a special invite to the invitational qualifier? Is that real? That's much better than cycling that. On the last day the ladder was legal, he went from 2,000 or from 25 down to the percents. It's on it. Does he have stream archives? Yeah, he wasn't close when the stream ended, was my understanding. Yes, he was playing on the last day like you shouldn't. Devrin, thanks for the quarter beer. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Make Bolus great again. Thanks for the 21 buns. Oh, because of his mythic point standings. Okay, that makes sense. I forgot they were doing that now, right? If you have so many points, do you get points from ladder finishes, or is it other things? Oh, he probably has mythic points from the invitational he played in, right? Because if you play in an actual mythic invitational, you get infinite points, right? Which is why the system is weird. It like basically favors people who already got favors. Yeah, I forgot about that detail. That if you have mythic points, you don't have to play the ladder. Maybe I'm supposed to play the other Omen there. I think I want to just play Yorion here, right? With Temporal Sundering in my hand. Like with both of these. I think I bottoms up here. I'm just looking for fires at this point. Yeah, if he was locked either way, his ladder rank just didn't matter. Wizards organized play has changed so much, and I care so little about it in general that details like that are things I don't remember. Hey, thanks for the third of a year, Ballpark. Welcome back. Danilosi, thanks for the 10 months. Does the Gixus aggro deck need to be updated in the stream deck or on your website? I noticed it still has Royal Signs. You took them out and finished playing. Thank you, Bazipples. I must have forgotten to make a note about that. I'll do that. I appreciate it. Things have been hectic and scattered since all the COVID nonsense started. Pretty sure we're just cycling the sun too, trying to find her good early plays. A mechanical or a membrane keyboard? I believe it's mechanical, but when I had a membrane keyboard, people thought it was mechanical too just because I type quickly, so, you know. It's a heck of a card. Okay, they don't have any blue mana up here, so we're gonna get to kill the Whirlwind, which is nice. Opponent with a 3 mana Cryptic Command, right? Counter your spell, draw a card. Get you. Have some kind of disenchant here, maybe? Oh! They're playing the Jeskai land destruction deck. They're playing the Jeskai land destruction deck. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I think I just want... Username Dank Memes checks out. Yep.
I can no longer understand. Hurry!
What does getting little Tef back accomplish? Like, taking extra turns on this board doesn't really do anything until I have a Planeswalker out that can sustain some card advantage. So this lets them pick 4 of my things, and they kill 1 at random at end of turn. They pick my Teferi, trying to high roll him. I'm gonna put an extra charge counter on here.
That didn't pan out.
Well, poop. I guess we're just getting this one back, huh? And the plan here is to just take enough turns until they don't want to play Magic anymore.
We need to move quickly.
We need to move quickly. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm cycling Shark Typhoon here. I guess I could also blow up Blast Zone. I don't need to do that just yet either. I'll take a turn, bounce your wall. And then we'll pass, go to my end of turn. Untap some land, cycle this for X's 3. And then if drawn from Dreams finds Temporal or Nexus, we're good to go. Because Nexus I can cast at my end of turn with Teferi. Wow, swing and a miss. That's unfortunate. We take Teferi and search here. I'll play Teferi out.
Right on schedule.
Bounce their bombardment.
Don't worry, I got this.
Ah, we were so close, chat. We were so close. Blast Zone takes 3 to blow up, so I'll put a stop on my end step. So I'll attack them here. And then we'll let this happen. Untap these, and then do this to blow them up. Kill their Fae in their search. Say go. If they don't high roll and kill my Teferi here, we should be in a pretty good spot.
Stand by and watch.
Just like conceding to the Teferi emblem. Fair. Fair. Gonna get to destroy some of their lands. Onward, upwards, backwards, forwards. What percent of historic decks do you think are net decks for what you played on stream? I don't know. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Bob. The games that this is often... the games where this turns into, like, an actual combo deck are usually against, like, big mana decks. It's your way for the control deck to race them. Good games, take memes. Good luck at the rest of your set. Probably should have played a buddy land there. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Could be Jeskai, could be red-white. But I'm playing Luris here. Vanguard's actually pretty good against us. Very resilient threat. Howdy, King Koopa. Defiant Strike. Okay. Punished for playing Defiant Strike inside of combat there, drawing their haste threat. Is this just like the classic 4-5 for 5? Like, alright, play this blocker, I guess, go. Do I block if they attack? Do I block into a Reckless Rage? I feel like the answer is no, because I have double Temporal Sundering in my hand. Yeah, I think we're on the no blocks this turn playing, so we get to take a couple of turns and hopefully flip Search for Azcanta over. It's unfortunate that this is a... Oh, that doesn't bode well for us. That does not bode well for our hero, chat. Oh, are they just doing that so I don't block? Yeah, I mean, do they have another one? There's like hoping I block. Like, what's the deal? Well, that's a tilt. All right, so any legendary permanent is the best draw in our deck. Looking for just a Planeswalker here, so we can go Planeswalker, Temporal Sundering. You're playing Nexus of Fate. Let's ease up on the R hero. Harsh but fair. Harsh but fair. Azcanta's legendary, but legendary enchantments do not satisfy the requirement for legendary sorceries. Baffling End, one of our better tools against Sedante Vanguard. Sagas do not count either, chat. You must have a legendary creature or planeswalker to cast a legendary sorcery. Sagas are historic, and Search for Azcanta is historic. You want to cut the Karns? Just be more of a control deck? Trim some Shark Typhoons then, too, for trying to combo a little bit less. It's all historic. That's fair. That's fair. So, since there's like a very real chance we're not going to have paper Magic tournaments again until after rotation would happen in the fall anyways, what if Wizards was just like, hey y'all, we talked about it and rotation's going to happen next Monday. We're just going to play 3-set standard for a little bit. I feel like I'd be okay with that. Would that make things better or worse? What do we think? Just rip off the Band-Aid, move along. Yeah, you basically play block constructed for a couple of months. Cycling would be insane. See, I feel like it wouldn't. I feel like there's good tools to attack the cycling decks. Yeah, it would make Yorion unplayable, right? It would make Yorion stone cold unplayable. I think I'm in for both of these. These Vanguards are brutal. They're so good against us, chat. Hey, Vicarian, thanks for 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Maybe I'm supposed to Justice Strike this in response, so they only have 6 power in play. Maybe. Chat appears to be in sub-only mode. We get to crank Blast Zone to 2 here. Yes, mods can talk even if they are not subbed. It's a perk of being a mod. It's part of the reason I give out swords at 12 months. That way if people have to unsub for financial reasons or other things, they can still hang out. Yeah, maybe keeping Clarion is fine there. We're actually pretty okay here now, right? Because they can't pay for either of these. Okay, so they're dead? Alright. See you later, I only wanted the power. I do still frag people if they have a mod sword and they're exceptionally obnoxious though, so there's that. IME, if you're in chat, by the way, emergency bannings broke. Emergency rotations woke. I want you to know you made my morning. That's great. We'll retweet that one. Signal boost. I think I keep this. Maybe they won't have 2 Vanguards the 3rd game in a row. We have like double cantrip here. Sick. No plays, you love to see it. They could just have 1 threat, yeah, and are waiting till they can protect it. How much has quarantine affected the price of paper cards, if at all? Well, the set hasn't even... Did it release in paper? Maybe it released in paper, I don't actually know now. I would be genuinely surprised if M21 can improve this standard format without bannings. I do not expect to play much M21 standard on this channel. I think if there's no changes to the format before then, I'll gauge interest and maybe we'll do 2 or 3 days worth of decks. But my expectations are pretty much set to realistic and I don't really expect it to change. I'm kind of expecting a fight as one, so I doubt this Shatter's gonna work. Yes, Jonesy. In my opinion, the current standard format is the worst standard has been since I started streaming standard with Arena. So since GRN standard, this is the worst standard has ever been for me personally. I would rather be playing against Okos than playing the current standard format. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Alright, step one, didn't die. Sick. GG. GG. Any particular reason why? Yeah, Agent of Treachery sucks. Getting Agent of Treachery on turn 4 sucks. Teferi, Time Raveler, cutting out all meaningful interaction sucks. I don't think Oko would make the current standard format better. For the record, my statement about preferring Oko standard was in no way, shape, or form meant to imply I would think Oko would improve the current standard format, because I don't think it would. It's not even just about ways to cheat on mana. It's the fact that Teferi Time Raveler means the ways that are supposed to be good against those things that cheat on mana aren't good. That's the fundamental core issue with standard at the moment. Powerful things are fun. Powerful things that prevent you, powerful things that you can't interact with to stop them from being powerful on occasion, not fun. Are we dead? We could be dead here. We're dead to Pump Spell plus God's Willing, right? Thanks for the 14 months, Mamad. Would a Field of the Undead unban help standard? No. No, I do not think you could add a card from anywhere in the history of Magic to improve standard currently. I think the only way to improve the current standard format would be adding a bunch of cards to make aggro better, or by banning a few things. All right. In your opinion, what's the worst standard you've ever played, including paper? I don't know how Kaladesh compared to this standard. I didn't play much standard around Kaladesh. So for people that aren't familiar with my background, for a long time, I basically only played Modern. Like when I was traveling to play a bunch of SCGs, they were largely Modern tournaments, and the few standard tournaments SCG did that I played in, they were like week 1 standard tournaments, which week 1 standard is always fun. Brand new formats are basically always exciting. Aaron, thanks for the 12 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, I mean, I actually hit full-time streaming, just streaming Modern on this channel, right? Like, we broke 2,000 subs just playing Magic Online here. Like, this was a full-time gig for me before I ever touched Magic Arena. The first time I played Magic Arena was because Wizards of the Coast paid me through the Twitch bounty board to do so. When Wizards originally went to open beta, they had a bounty board up that they didn't have control over who could take, so I took their bounty board thing and got plenty of their dollar reduced to play Arena to start, if you recall. Nice, JRC. How many more viewers do you average after Arena launch / you switch to Arena? Depends on where we're at in the cycle. Like midway to halfway through the cycle like this, I have 50 to 100% more viewers.
Let's try this.
You can actually, and a fun thing, if you're someone who's a data junkie and you want to check some stuff out like that, this website, Sullynome, like here's a page for my personal channel on Sullynome. You can click on that and like look at my Twitch stats for the last 5 years. And you can click into the magic section on there and like look at the magic section on Twitch and like track the spikes at set releases and like look at how the viewer counts changed when Arena happened, etc. Well, you see, Blue-Green Ramp was a non-Yorion deck in Yorion Standard, so it was god-awful. How does the bounty board work? If you're a Twitch partner of a particular size and you've been accepted into the program, it's basically like a bulletin board where game companies can post their games or video advertisements that you could play there for different TV shows and stuff. And if you play the game or play the video advertisement on stream to a certain threshold of viewers, you get paid based on how many viewers watch it up to a certain amount. Is the TLDR. Site does not load. Hit refresh. It just choked for me too. If you refresh it, it loads up. Worth playing Omen main phase in case we hit Azcanta. Maybe? Clarion, my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Yeah, we did a Wendy's bounty at one point. There's actually one. There's things in there. Okay, it's been a while since I've done them. I'm not a variety streamer, so I don't take many of them. Yeah, we did a Wendy's bounty board thing at one point where they had a Twitch integration where like whenever people cheered bits for the hour we did it, it like rained fries on stream. It was like solid integration. I think I'm supposed to just shatter here. Yeah, we did a, I had a month, I think it was at the start of, was that 2018 or 2019 at this point? It feels like forever ago. We had a month where I was on the Twitch, was it 2019? I was on the Twitch front page one day a week for a couple hours, and we broke 5-digit viewers a couple of times in there. Klothys is really good. This card is incredible against these control decks when they don't have Teferi to bounce it. Zephim, thanks for 16 months. Is there a lasting impact of that? No, not really. It's just novel to say. Say it was a thing that happened. So I guess to be technically not dead yet, I can play this. I can scry, and if we find a Clarion, we're okay here. Just turn into more of a control deck here with better interaction post-board. Seems good. I don't know. Offhand currency, you'd have to read the card and see how it's worded. You'd instead board down on Nexus. No, I think Nexus is one of the ways that you eventually end up winning the game save in. I don't think you want to cut. I don't think you go lower than your 4 taking turns effects. Taking all the turns is also a roundabout way to beat Klothys. That's annoying. We just do this tap so we can guarantee to have an untapped land here. The no haste is interesting. This lets them draw a card from Shatter, I suppose, but they hit us for 3 less. They're prioritizing a card. I guess that makes sense because they're choked on lands, huh? Also lets it beat Clarion. Shout out to Yesterday's List for giving me a way to ladder without wanting to jump out of a tall building. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Alright, so we just, like, get to do actual everything here, right? We do this. We draw a card. We play Yorion. We blink fires. We just oh, well, now we just do that, right? Well, now we just do that.
No time for a break.
I wish there was a wait list for your tourney. There is a wait list for my tournament. That's good. I've been plugging that a couple of times today. If you're interested in playing in the tournament and snagging a spot potentially from someone that drops out, you should make sure you're in the subs Discord. There is a waitlist Google form that you can fill out if you scroll down to the open channels at the bottom. The waitlist is also public. I can click on that. How many? Oh, I should bounce Yorion. Fair. It's probably fine. The waitlist currently has 8 people on it. And if you're on the waitlist, you should make sure you're around morning of, because I'm sure there's going to be people that don't submit deck lists. I think I'm happy with how you boarded. Speaking of, as a good announcement for people that are in the tournament, if your deck list is not submitted by 7 a.m. Central Time on Saturday morning, you will be dropped, and we will fill people in from the wait list in your spots. So make sure your deck list is submitted before the deadline. When the deadline hits, we are dropping everyone who does not have a deck list submitted to fill people in from the wait list. How do you submit deck lists on MTG Melee? Use your player controller for the tournament. If you look on their website and use the navigation links at the bottom of their page, there's YouTube videos explaining how the site works. You can't figure it out by clicking through the navigation. Site's super easy and clean. I didn't have to watch any of the videos. I was able to use it just As a note, you will have to wait till HA3 cards are legal to submit your deck, so you can't submit your deck right now if it's going to contain new cards. Bold prediction, Hoots will have fewer no-shows the Red Bull tournament. Yep. I would love if we had a full 256 people play in the tournament. I think that would be awesome. That's my goal, at least. Hey, thanks for the quarters of a year, Bill Smash. Thank you for the cool Jeskai aggro list lately. Dorat is the cutest pet ever, and if he was made into a pet for the board, Watson could have more of my money, right? He is totes adorbs. I think I'm just going Fires into Time Raveler here. It says this is a little worrying overall. Wonder if we'll see them kill Baffling End or Fires here. They could kill Baffling End and get a 3/3. And attack us for 5. Clarion's actually sweet because it'll let us gain life down the line with Yorion. And remember, if you are playing in the tournament or plan to try and take a waitlist slot, it is a firm requirement that your hardware be capable of sharing your arena to Discord. You can test that in the subs Discord or any other Discord at any point. I recommend you do it before Saturday. Alright, so what are we doing here? Yeah, I mean, at some point we're going to get to bounce this, right? I think we Shatter the Sky. I think it's like Shatter. I think it's Shatter, Yorion, Blink My Stuff, cast Drawn from Dreams. We have to remember, as long as this is in play, we're 2 lower than we actually are. Because this does 2 to us when they activate it. I agree that we are currently ahead. I don't think it's impossible for them to punk us out. You got Griftlands and played for 4 hours just today. It's a sweet game. It's really well done.
No, my responsibility.
After being someone who didn't really care for Slay the Spire, I was actually surprised at how much I ended up liking Griftlands. The fact that it's like an actual RPG is a big deal. Does a really good job of being a role-playing game that you play. You make your actions through decks of cards. If you can ping my wife on Discord in the open channel, Cyrix, that would be great, just so she can manually put someone in. No, thank you. I appreciate it. If I'm looking at playing Historic or Anthology's must-buys, I think Historic Anthology 2 is great. I think the value on Historic Anthology 1 and 3 are kind of suspect. It's garbage time. You don't have to go home, but you can't play here. So do. With the current state of Standard, have you changed your mind about rotating formats for future hoots? I am going to wait to reserve my judgment until we see what Wizards of the Coast does. The hoots after this one will tentatively be after the next core set release. So it's tentatively still Standard, but I reserve the right to change that. And that's one of the great things about being a fully digital tournament. I can make decisions like that at the last minute. I have in no way, shape, or form have to feel obligated. Like I can decide the format 2 weeks out and it's fine. It's not like people have to make travel plans or anything like that. It's like if someone's upset I change the format, they just like don't play instead. That's fine. Waiting for more information to make decisions I don't understand. Yep. We're a data-driven stream. Pretty sure we just take the 2-for-1 on the Clarion here. Even with this drone, I think I just do this. I mean, if you don't really care about conceding matches that are miserable, if you just concede every Jeskai Luca match, Standard's probably a lot of fun right now. Like the matches that don't involve Agent of Treachery are like perfectly fine. Something to keep in mind too, by the way, for people thinking about decks they want to select for the Hoaglandia Open this weekend, is that in addition to prizes based on match wins or final placing, we will also be having 2 sweetest deck awards that I will be giving out. So there will be, I'm gonna pick 2 people that get at least 2 match wins to give an additional prize to that show up with something sweet on Saturday. Because again, the focus for our Hoaglandia Open isn't strictly competitive, but also to be a fun community event. You're having trouble finding the waitlist? Scroll down in the Discord to the Hoaglandia Open section, and it's under Open Announcements. Wee McGee, thanks for the 22 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We are definitely ahead here at the moment. Big agree.
Let's skip to the good part.
It's a lot of time spent conceding, though. Fair. All right, and then we drew Nexus of Fate, so we'll start taking turns. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, right? Like, the Luca deck's only winning, 60, 65% of its games or whatever, so you could still win games with other things. Mono Black Luris, that's what we lost some matches with this morning. Should I throw this deck up on the website, by the way? We've played a couple iterations of this, and it's been pretty reasonable every time.
I have a plan.
This Yorion build seems pretty decent.
to move quickly.
We need to move quickly. Oh, I could have instant speed shattered. You're right. And we got some tracks to land, but it's like not a big deal, right? Where's Cleansing Nova when you need it, right? No, none of the bans that are happening tomorrow are happening in formats that I care about, Tuber. Maybe I should play the Castle Vantress out and start scrying. It's probably better. Scry 2 here would have been better than an extra 1/1. I could have just left these back to block. What I am hoping for tomorrow is the announcement that there's going to be changes in Standard in a week. And I'm also not going to be terribly upset if they don't make that announcement, because if they don't make that announcement, I'm just, you know, going to play just Historic more. Which is like not the end of the world. No time for a break. Ooh, Search for Azcanta is good. I would like a turn. I would like my 3 minutes after back. Above average turn. Slightly above average turn. Only marginally. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I've got it.
We're like mostly just playing with our food at this point. Sure. Sure. Yep. All right. Why not? Hey, Turkey, thanks for the 21 months. Welcome back. And we're done here. If you're a fan of Garbage Time, boy, do I have a historic deck for you, chat. Good golly, do I have the historic deck for you. Close game. Run! It's a shark tornado! It's a shark tornado! Run!
We need to move quickly. Don't worry, I got this.
I'm a giver, so I like giving them some life here. Real man of the people myself, chat. don't even need a Fires at this point, right? Just looking for turn spells. I think attacking's a bad move. We'll draw less cards.
Hurry.
Oh, right, this is a Fires deck, right?
Let's try this. I'm sorry I have to do this.
Don't lie to them, Teferi. You're not sorry.
I've got it. Sorry I'm late.
Listen, chat. If my food's gonna let me sit there and draw a bunch of cards and exile their board, who am I to stop drawing cards and exiling their board? I mean, seriously. I mean, you're a monster. You're a monster if you would stop doing that, I think. I think they thought I was going to kill them, and they realized that I was going to exile their board first. Do we board like this? This is a Temporal Sundering out matchup. I think I like Conqueror's Death because it exiles Heliod and Conclave Tribunal. Hey, Neb, thanks for 7 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I think we mulligan this. I don't know. It's close. Yeah. Any land that brings either of these into play on tap, the seems pretty reasonable because Omen will find us red. Famous last words. Yeah. Yeah. Never didn't have it. A truly low variance skilled based game, which we play. Is that good enough against decks where free people are bad that you can afford to not have a good sideboard plan against them? Possibly. I don't know. I think I'm bottoming both of those. It's like looking for like a 5-mana tap or something to generate some card advantage with. Goodbye, friends. Have some life. Sorry I killed your board. Have some life. Alright, so we get to start taking turns next turn. So we're gonna win. We are rapidly approaching garbage time. Hey, HJ, thanks for 16 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. So you'll notice I made sure auto-order triggered abilities was off here because I need to make sure I float mana and cast Nexus of Fate before the Fires comes back because I've already cast 2 spells this turn. Now, this is post-board, so we're not super likely to find another Nexus of Fate here. There's a strong chance that we brick off. We only have 4 copies of Nexus. We only have, you know, however many cards we've got. Hey, Red Tomato, thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Correct. I agree. We also don't need to combo to win this game. Big agree. Get to get our castle on here. Yeah, I think you're supposed to board sharks out against aggro. Have you all not been doing that?
Keep up the pace.
Keep up the pace.
Trust me. Thank me later.
Bye, friend. Bye, friend. Are we 4-0 now? All right. Let's see if we can get that Hawaii 5-0, huh? See if we can get that Hawaii 5-0. True control players win by concession. Timely's going to be very good in all these white control decks in Historic, for sure. For sure. Obosh could be aggro, could be Yarok Field. This hand blows. I'm going to draw 3 lands, and I'm going to play Yorion, and I'm going to take a bunch of turns and kill them. Listen, chat, I'm gonna lay the truth bombs on you. You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. Them's just the facts, chat. Those are the cold, hard facts. Isn't a good stream if you can't handle the truth. Looks like they're playing Yarok Field. Yarok Field's free for this deck. Yeah, I think this matchup's good for the Nexus deck. Yes, they do get ego pushboard. Again, Percy, this is really key to understand. Nobody's saying your deck goes right-click concede when the opponent casts ego. Nobody reasonable is going to have that position. What they're saying is unmoored ego takes away the primary axis of attack of your deck that this archetype loses to a majority of the time. So obviously your deck doesn't just concede when they cast ego. Ego does, however, allow the opponent's deck to play a more normal game of Magic against your otherwise combo deck. Alright, so what's our best possible draw? Like, fires into a land? You have one card to ego, Percy. You ego exactly Nexus of Fate, and then you play a fair match of Magic, killing all of your threats. Ego in, so they're dead, right? Remember when I said I was gonna cast these cards 4 times and kill my opponent? Remember when I said that? And people were like, nah, Jeff, you should mulligan. I'm scared, Jeff. There's fear in my dojo, Jeff. Don't let fear in, chat. Don't let fear into your dojo. You just gotta believe. This hand blows your opponent away. The old play 4 of your card in your 80 card deck. Our 80 card deck is the pinnacle of consistency, chat. The pinnacle of consistency. Couple of Elspeth Conquers deaths in. Are we the baddies? Yes. 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 I'm the bad man. You want to trim Clarion and not Shatter? I feel like I'd rather keep the Clarions, because Clarion doesn't kill Yorion. Need Shatter for Cavalier. Alright. I have 4 Conqueror's deaths. No, I'm the bad man, not the bad guy, Marty. Milo, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Bump Naya Twister Dinos because I like the deck name. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I might actually have a banner for this one already. I'll have to look through my archive. Otherwise, I'll commission one. Hey, Odin, thanks for the 5 months. Spicy Hot, thanks for the brand new Prime. Welcome to Oglandia. Happy Sunday, folks. If you're a new viewer to the stream, by the way, thanks for dropping in today. My name's Jeff Hoagland, and I stream Magic and other strategy games full-time here on Twitch. If you like lots of constructed formats, be sure to give the channel a follow. We play a lot of that here. We also, a bulk of what we play is viewer-submitted decks, so if you have your own sweet idea you'd like to see played on stream at some point in the future, be sure to check out the info on that on my website there. We are currently playing Magic's historic format, which is one of my favorite formats in the game at the moment. Not a huge fan of the Luca nonsense that's going on in Standard. Hey, thanks, Blad. Will do.
Stop that. Now.
I never played Chandelar on stream. Do you mean Battlegrounds? The one true Magic the Gathering video game that exists, chat? If you've ever asked yourself what's the best Magic the Gathering video game to ever exist and you answered anything other than Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds, boy, do I have some information for you. Been watching your headset on YouTube for a long time. It's the only reason I don't totally suck at Magic. I'm glad I could help a little bit. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Was that on the PS1? I think it was PS2. Or maybe it was PS3. It was on the original Xbox. I think it was Xbox and PS3. If I recall correctly. It was PS2 and original Xbox. Okay. Like here, Shatter's much better than Clarion, right? They're about a wash. The problem with the Shatter is that they're going to get back their choice of card from the bin.
It's only a matter of time.
What about Puzzle Quest? They certainly spent ad dollars like a real mobile game. Didn't, not Puzzle Quest. Wasn't there a different... There was a different Magic mobile game that released somewhat recently, right? Yeah, definitely, Scissor. 10 out of 10. I think I'm going to add this one up to my website, so I'd love to get it re-added. Is my site down? Is it? It does appear to be chugging at the moment. I don't know. Try again in 5 minutes. I guess I'm going to take a backup fires. I really need another land. Oh, I guess I have 7, right? Yeah, we have 7. For Jeskai turn, sounds good, Scissors. For the Naya Twister meme. Thanks for the biddies, Fox. I appreciate the support. Yeah, backup fires.
Let's slow this down. No, I am not making this up as I go.
I am supposed to hold that since I drew an 8th land. Yeah, my server must be having issues. The other site that's not my personal site that's hosted there appears to just be spinning at the moment too. Nexus plus Typhoon does kill super quickly here. You are not wrong. If it doesn't come back up in a little bit, I'll ping my system admin. The last 2 times I pinged my system admin, the site's been back up by the time he got there to look at it, so... Are they deterministically dead?
I'll protect you.
Probably. Also, for the record, for people that don't keep up with my website, by the way, this matchup is actually one of the reasons why I actually updated the Yarok field list to have Assassin's Trophy and stuff in the sideboard again. So it still has Obosh as a companion for game 1, but I put even cards in the sideboard because you really need trophies in these Nexus matchups. Really need trophies in the Nexus matchup. Ooh, mastery. Get some gems here out of some packs. My favorite card, 20 gems, right? Yeah, I mean, all things considered, that was super easy and clean, right? Felt real good. I don't know that I have any strong opinions on things to change. 36 lands seems fine. You're playing 4 of most of the cards. You got like splits on Conqueror's Death and Search for Azcanta. There's a cheeky Fblthp in here. I have a strong opinion on Nexus I'm willing to offer. Yes. Yeah, I think I'll throw this one up on the site. Someone said, so with HA3 coming, Timely Reinforcements is probably a card that this deck wants access to in some amount. I don't know what exactly you cut though. Like, do you just give up some mix of these? I feel you just want to swap Justice Strike for Timely, and you want to trim cages. Trimming cage seems weird because Timely and cage are for different matchups. Where's Grafdigger's Cage Command? There are a number of Underworld Breach decks in this format that are competitive. So, yeah. All right, let me get this uploading to YouTube real quick, and then